Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nyimas Hikmah Ramadina and I'm from 5BB class. At this time, I will explain to you about interpretation data. Data interpretation refers to the implementation of processes through which data is reviewed for the purpose of arriving at an informed conclusion. The interpretation of data assigns a meaning to the information analyzed and determines its signification and implication. The importance data interpretation is evident, and this is why it needs to be done properly. Yet, before any serious data interpretation inquiry can begin, it should be understood that visual presentation of data findings are irrelevant unless a sound decision is made regarding scales of measurement. Before any serious data analysis can begin, the scale of measurement must be decided for the data as this will have a long-term impact on data interpretation. The varying scales include nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval, and ratio. When interpreting data, an analyst must try to discern the differences between correlation, causation, and coincidence, as well as many other biases. But he also has to consider all the factors involved that may have led to a result. There are various data interpretation methods one can use. The interpretation of data is designed to help people make sense of numerical data that has been collected, analyzed, and presented. Having a baseline method for interpreting data will provide your analyst teams a structure and consistent foundation. Indeed, if several departments have different approaches to interpret the same data while sharing the same goals, some mismatched objective can result. In this part, we will look at the two main methods of interpretation of data. In qualitative data interpretation, qualitative data analysis can be summed up in one word. It is categorical. With qualitative analysis, data is not described through numerical values or pattern, but through the use of descriptive content. Typically, narrative data is gathered by employing a wide variety of person-to-person techniques. This technique include observations, documents, and interviews. A key difference between qualitative and quantitative analysis is clearly noticeable in the interpretation stage. Qualitative data, as it is widely open to interpretation, must be coded so as to facilitate the grouping and labeling of data into identifiable terms, as person-to-person data collection techniques can often result in disputes pertaining to proper analysis. Qualitative data analysis is often summarized through three basic principles. There are notice things, collect things, and think about things. Next is quantitative data interpretation. If quantitative data interpretation could be summed up in one word, that word would be numerical. There are few certainties when it comes to data analysis, but you can be sure that if the research you are engaging in has no number involved, it is not quantitative research. Quantitative analysis refers to a set of processes by which numerical data is analyzed. More often than not, it involves the use of statistical modeling such as standard deviation, mean, and median. Let's quickly review the most common statistical terms. There are mean, standard deviation, and frequency distribution. A mean represents a numerical average for a set of responses. Meanwhile, standard deviation This is another statistical term commonly appearing in quantitative analysis. It reveals the distribution of the responses around the mean. Then the frequency distribution. Uh, this is a measurement gauging the rate of a response appearance within a dataset. Why data interpretation is important? The purpose of collection and interpretation is to acquire useful and usable information to to make the most informed decision possible. From businesses to newlyweds researching their first home, data collection and interpretation provide limitless benefits for a wide range of institutions and individuals. Data analysis and interpretation, in the end, helps improve processes and identify problems. It is difficult to grow and make dependable improvements without, at the very least, minimal data collection and interpretation. This is the summary list and tips for this material. You can click the pause button to read the whole summaries. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.